On a crystal clear morning before the early sun has started the daily cycle of Cloudland, we may stand on the shore of Lake Louise in Banff National Park and let our gaze drift from the chateau across the towering Canadian Rockies. In the distance, the ridge of the Continental Divide culminates in majestic Mount Victoria and its glaciers, nearly 12,000 feet high. In the short growing season of scarcely more than 8 weeks, the flowers almost seem to leap from the ground. Passing showers keep the soil watered and the air moist. Great beds of Iceland poppies sway before the wind sweeping down from the glacier. They seem very much at home in this mountain valley. Early in the morning, we can set our camera to watch a single poppy as it opens and faces the rising sun. Surrounded by all this beauty of flowers, trees, lake, and mountains, should not one take time to unwind and enjoy it? Many people seem to rush from one vantage point to another and then depart. Several excellent trails lead out from the chateau. For beginners or advanced climbers, on foot or by horse, there is unspoiled mountain wilderness. Within minutes of leaving the chateau, you enter the cool greenness of the forest. Along the easy climb to a lookout on Fairview Mountain, the world of man seems far away as you look ahead to the glaciers on Mount Victoria. At the lookout, the lake, colored by rock dust ground off by the glacier, lies before you. Back at the chateau, we can use one of the telescopes or the camera's lens to approach the great glacier on Mount Victoria. A snowflake or raindrop falling on this side may travel more than 2,000 miles to the Atlantic Ocean. The glacier is over 200 feet thick. The morning sun melts the snow. Vapor rises. And now clouds begin to form along the ridges of Fairview Mountain opposite the chateau. Sometimes the top of the mountain is surrounded by a crown of clouds, and lower down mist appears as warm, moist air moves against the cool mountainside. On the beautifully kept grounds of the chateau, if you keep watch over the flower beds, you may see a hummingbird. It seems almost incredible that they should venture so far north and be able to find flower beds surrounded by such vast areas of forest. One day, the camera was set up at the edge of the woods across the lake. You will see a hummingbird darting back and forth. It was a great surprise to find his image on the film. The bird was not seen or heard during filming. Near day's end, the sound of the pipes tells us that the evening flag ceremony is about to take place. Perhaps next morning the clouds will already be forming around the mountaintops. And on the grounds of the chateau, a visiting pipe band may be playing. And always, as you look across the lake, there is the magnificent panorama of the mountains, and usually the genesis of clouds. Notice that below the glacier there is a place of cloud origin, with clouds streaming out and upward both to the right and to the left. The motion of these clouds is speeded up about 20 times. In recent years, meteorologists have filmed hundreds of thousands of feet of cloud formation in widely separated parts of the world. Watching and studying the actions of clouds gives clues to the motions of air currents, and this in turn helps to forecast the weather. Several excellent trails lead from the lake upward through spruce forest to the upper reaches of Cloudland. After stopping for lunch at one of the tea houses, you may continue your climb to a fire lookout on the top of Little Beehive Mountain. Later, as you descend the trail toward Lake Louise, you may find that a passing shower has left on every bush countless raindrop pearls glistening in the sunshine. You may see the larger animals for which Banff National Park is famous, but you are more likely to meet some of the smaller ones. The mountain trail soon descends to the lake, and beyond the chateau, across the valley, toward the Pipestone Range, you may discover the end of a rainbow. Now at the end of another perfect mountain day, the clouds, their motion speeded up by the camera, seem to boil upward from the Pipestone Mountains. There are many cloudlands, but while your plane carries you away from the Canadian Rockies, you will find yourself thinking back to the incomparable panorama of new clouds forming around great mountain peaks. And you will remember the chateau seen from across the lake. And perhaps the visiting pipe band, or the quiet lake at dawn, marked by a pattern of black shadows, while all about you is the unspoiled mountain wilderness of green forests and soaring peaks, intermittently bathed in sunshine or half hidden by swirling clouds.